Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. In this episode, I show you how to make a complete website, including e-commerce and blog with Squarespace. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. My name is Serge Ramelli. I'm a French photographer living in Paris, right now in Los Angeles, California, and I make 2 tutorials per week. Click here if you want to subscribe to my newsletter and get over hundreds of free raw files from all over the world. And click here if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In last episode, I showed you how to take a photo of Paris without a tripod. It's a really cool technique after sunset. Some places you just cannot have a tripod, and this is the final result. In this episode, I'm going to show you my full workflow on working with Squarespace. I love these guys and how to make a blog with portfolios, e-commerce, everything. It's a pretty long video, it's almost an hour, but we'll cover everything, and it's amazing that we can cover so much in 1 hour. But before that, I just want to announce that I have a special price on my complete package. What my complete package is basically just all the course I ever done. It's like $1,600 worth of training. Normally it comes down to $340, but for a limited amount of time, it's $300. We are doing this because we are launching a subscription basis only for people who bought the complete package. Meaning if you buy the complete package with everything that I've done, for $20 per month, you will get all the updates, not in streaming, but in complete download. All right, so let me take you to Squarespace and let me show you how we can make. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. So in this tutorial, I want to show you a bit of a more in-depth tutorial on how to make a website using the technology of Squarespace. Squarespace technology is what I use. If you go to sergerameliphotos.com, that website has been completely done with Squarespace, and I really like it, and it's mobile friendly. I have, I choose like a template for very big photos because I think I like that, but you can also click here so you can jump on like any photos, landscape and travel. And so we're going to recreate this sort of a website, but this time I'm going to use it as a template just for the fun. I want to talk to you about something that's very important about if you make your website, and that is about editing your own photo. What I mean by editing your own photo is I get a lot of emails per day, and so a lot of people send me their website or portfolio. And there is one thing I notice a lot, and that is that a lot of people put a lot of photos. For example, they have like a Paris section, and that section is gonna be like 80 photos or something. Okay, now that's way too much photo. If you look in my Paris section, I only have 20. Okay, now the reason for that is because if a big brand is trying to contact me, I only want to show them my best job. I don't want to show them anything which is not for me the top of the top. And also too much work is getting confused. So the best way to do that is really to limit the number of photos. That's my tip of 20. Scott Kelby was telling me this story. He's got on his own portfolio, I think it's 20 or 24 photo per section. So like I have Paris, landscape, Venice, this is different sections, and I only have 20 in each of these sections. The reason is if you have like 1 or 2 photos which are bad or like are so, they're not, and if a brand wants to hire you, they will focus on these 2 photos. So it's really like a public relationship thing where you're just trying to broadcast your best work. So that's very important. That's really my first tip. And and I'm going to show you also how to use the whole commerce of Squarespace. So if you want to sell like fine prints or digital downloads or other things, and then we're just going to really go through and also how to set up your and that's one thing I find that's amazing with Squarespace is that you can create your website and choose the name of your website like within Squarespace. You don't have to go to a registrar like GoDaddy or HostGator, take a domain name and then do like a DNS redirect. It's all included in Squarespace, and just that is one of the things that sold me Squarespace too. So okay, so let's get started. So the end result we're looking for is something like this. So we've got different sections, like here is Paris, landscape, travel, Venice, portrait, interior. I'm not gonna put interior. I'm not gonna do that section because I didn't prepare anything. We'll do like a little contact page with like field where people can contact you. We'll do like an about page, with text and photos. And we'll do a little boutique so you can sell some stuff on it, So it's also like an e-commerce thing. And I think Squarespace, I've used WordPress for many years. And although WordPress is like, you can do anything in WordPress, it's got a long learning curve. And it's, I used to pay more money to the OVH hosting system that I was using. And for the domain name and the hosting, WordPress technology was free. But all the hosting and the domain name was, I had to pay for it. And I was paying more than just using Squarespace for the domain name and the hosting with all the Squarespace technology, which I find a lot more powerful than WordPress technology. Maybe some people who likes to really get into programming and coding. But this video is addressed to like photographers or hotels, restaurants, whoever wants to make a website really fast and wants to make it looking professional. So before we dive into making the website, just I want to show you something. I created galleries of photos I'm going to be showing on the website. So as I told you, every section, so I've got landscape, travel, Paris, portrait, and Venice. Every section is got about 20 photos. And the thing is, look at the size. Well, this is a wrong example, but most of the photos I've been using is around 2,000 pixels wide. Now, people have been asking me, like, what's the best size that I should put my photos to? Basically, I would say that the best size is 2,500. Why? Or you can do like 3,000. Why? Because Squarespace is then going to use their own technology to make all the thumbnails it needs, all the smaller size it needs. And as far as I know, the biggest screen in the world right now have a resolution of about 2,500. I know there is like 4K screens coming out. That's like 4,000. But it's not everybody who's got a 4K screen. So I would say 2,500 is a good size. So you can export from Lightroom, all your photos you want to put up at 2,500, of width. Because that's about the best screens in the world. That's about the size they have. So in case somebody wants to see the photo full screen, they got it right. And then Squarespace will just downsize it. Okay, so now, so that's all you need to do. You need to prepare your galleries, okay? I have a little logo that I'm going to be using. And within the portraits, I also have a photo of me that I'm going to be using for the About page. So I got that ready and I'm ready. So I'm literally on squarespace.com. I'm gonna log in because I already did the get started. So, but I'm gonna show you how, from the start. So the first thing you do is you choose a template. Okay. In this case, all I did was I think I picked up, and you can change template afterwards. But I think on this one I picked up. Where is the template that I picked up? It's well, I don't see it there anymore. Oh, it's this one, I think. Yeah, Galapagos. So I picked up that. So you just click on View Galapagos, and and it shows you how it looks. You can click like on a live preview, so you can see how it looks like on the computer, or you can go back and see how it looks like on an iPhone. If you go back, oh, I'm sorry, I went back too many times. So View Galapagos, you see it goes. That's the mobile view. You can click and see how it looks on an iPhone and even play around with it. So I'm just gonna go and start with this design, because what I like about this one is that I don't like when my photos are cropped. So if I've got like a landscape photo, I want it to respect the landscape format. If I've got like a portrait photo, I want it to respect that. That's why I took Galapagos. I'm gonna start with this design, and then you just put first name, last name, your email, password. Now, I'm not going to do that because I just did that. And that's the only thing I did was create an account. It's totally empty. I didn't do nothing. So let me go back to squarespace.com and we're going to pretend. I just didn't want to bother you with that. So I'm going to type in my login and password. Hopefully I do remember them. And also I'm doing this with an English keyboard, which is going to be funny for me, because I usually use a French keyboard because I'm in Los Angeles right now doing this. Okay. And here we go. So this is the first screen you get when you come. So just to show you around, you have different pages here, and these pages, what it says main navigation, these pages are like online. They actually exist. And then you've got the not linked pages, which you can create pages and not link them. Okay. So for now, a shop is actually the home page, and I'm going to delete that. But before we go into that, let's go into this tab, the basic information tab. So I'm going to call this Serge Ramelli Photography. Okay, tagline. I'm not going to put a tagline. Seat demonstration. I'm going to go to this website, which just gives me text, and just take some nonsense web text, which is like it's just a fake text, and logo. So let's place a logo. So I just click on that, and I'm going to go photo for websites, photo search logo. Okay, so I put in a title, I put in a text. Of course, that text I can edit it. I can make this in bold, and this in put in links and stuff. Okay, I can bronzer and icons. That's a fav icon. There's a little icon you see here. That little icon in a tab. So why not? I'm going to use the same one, the same logo that I did, my photo search logo. So it's going to process and resize it. And seat type, I'm going to go for business and photos. That's a contact phone number. I'm going to put some fake number, 727-727-6521, completely fake. And contact, I'm going to put a contact which is fake at sergeremily@fake.com. Doesn't exist, but it's just for the fun. All right, so here you can put your physical location, and you can play around also with the Google map to put in something. This is, for example, Paris. I can just put your exact location. So I put some fake address. You can also put your business hours. Well, we photographers work 24 hours, so I don't put a description. So that's the basic information. Let's jump to general. You have made changes. Do you want to save? Let's save them. Okay, here you can put your Google Analytics number if you want to. If you create an account on Google Analytics, which is free, they'll give you like more analytics stuff, and they'll give you a UA identifier, and you just have to copy and paste that. This way you can really see who is visiting your website. Squarespace has got its own analytics, but this is more, a lot more. Okay. Typekit ID, I have no idea what that is. I've not been using it. I guess it has something to do with if you want to use Typekit and like more fonts, but they already have a lot of fonts. And this I don't use. Amazon associate tags, that's for people which are partnered with Amazon. I'm not going to use that. Site-wide password, that's to create a private website, which can be cool. For example, if you want to, a place where people can only go, they can be protected with a password. And homepage, title format, site name. That's all I'm going to look at. It's just the main point I've been using here is just the Google Analytics. I don't want to go into every single function but that's all you need to know for now. Time geography. Well, you can, you can just move this around. I'm in Paris, so I'm more here. That's my time, and the language of the website. That you can save here. Okay, so I'm going to save Paris. Okay, settings saved. Now that's a really cool feature. Check this out, domains. Now, I really like that. If you click on register for free, you have to upgrade. You can only do it if you upgrade, but you just give a website name like I did, sergeremiliphotos.com, and it takes literally like 20 seconds, and sergeremily.com is online, hosted with the domain name. You don't have to go to another company. You just have to click the thing is, this cannot be done with a free trial. It can only be done if you pay 1 full year of Squarespace fee, which is about like $80 or $100 or something. And remember, you can get 15% off or 10% off if you use photo search as you, when you check out. Okay, and overlays. I've not been using templates. Well, right now we only have one, which is the Galapagos, but we can change templates afterwards. Billing. This is the billing for you to pay. Right now we are on a 13 days trial, which is cool. Okay, connected accounts. Now that's very important. So if I want to connect you can connect your Facebook, your Twitter. So I'm going to connect my Facebook account, for example. So all you have to say is okay, and Squarespace would like to post to Facebook for you, not now, and voila. So I've connected my Facebook account to it. I can do that, you know, with Twitter, Google+, Dropbox, I mean, YouTube. Oh, I can do my YouTube channel. Let's do one more. Squarespace, this app would like to manage your account, accept, and boom, I'm connected to my YouTube channel. So we got Facebook and YouTube. That's very important. Okay, share buttons. Some Squarespace template include share buttons that let users blah, blah, blah. So, well, by default, they will be just the one I've selected. Also, you can have this connected to Facebook page, but this can only be done with an upgrade account. So that's all what I want to show you. The main point really is domain. Domain is if you buy the full year, and don't forget to use photosearch.com, no, photo search as when you check out, or if you go to my website, photo search, to make sure you get the discount. All you have to do is go to photo search. Oops, I'm sorry. Photosearch.com. You go here and you go to news, Squarespace, and you can click here to get started, and that's the way you get a 10% discount on the first year, which is really cool. Okay, so back to our configuration. So now we're ready to rock and roll and start uploading photos. So let's go into the when you click on the A, this is where you deal with all the pages. Now there is an existing shop which I'm going to erase. So all I'm going to do is click here on this little cross to erase it. I'm going to erase shop. Oh, it says this page cannot be deleted because it is our own page. That's fine. So we're going to create our own. So let's create a new page, which is going to be a gallery page. Okay, let's make it simple. I'm going to call this Paris, and I'm gonna set this one as the home page. Are you sure you want to make this collection the front of the page? Okay, confirm for now. Save. And add items. So I'm gonna click here to add items. I'm gonna go photo for the website, Paris, and select all the Paris photos and click on open. Remember, now this were 2000 pixel photos. I advise you to actually go to 2500 of size. You'll just get a better resolution when you have a 2500 monitor watching this whole thing. So I have a pretty fast internet, so it should load pretty fast. And I can see the settings here. Paris, I can put a little description of the, so let's do that. I'm just gonna take some fake text, put this as a description. You know, I'm not gonna password protect it. I'm just gonna save that. So I have a little description on the text. And voila. Now you can click, I can double click on a photo and give a title. And this is something I advise you to do. That's very important, to give a little title and a little description to each of your photos. But you know, taking into account that you're only going to put your best work out there, the reason is because then it's going to come up in Google Image. And like, let's say this is, for example, the Eiffel Tower. So I would do Eiffel Tower by night. That's the name of the photo. A little description with some fake text. Oh, sorry, Eiffel Tower is like this. And no, my God. That's the Eiffel Tower. And I can disable or not the comments. Right now I'm gonna leave comments on, and I'm gonna save. So people will be able to click on that photo and save it. And you see here, there's a little circle. And this is a really interesting feature because on some templates or some device, it's important to use that circle to really show what you want to show, what's the most important in your photo. In this case, it's going to be in the middle, but for example, on this one, I could put the circle here or here on that building. If I want to make sure this, for example, I could put on this. In this way, if a template ever uses a photo and like crops it in a way, it's going to show this as a priority. It's going to be the main focus point. So for each photo, I'm not going to do that because it's going to be a very long tutorial. You have to double click on it, put a title, put a description. I really advise you to do that. It's your search engine optimization will be a lot better. Okay, so once you've done that, well, we are ready to do another gallery. So let's click another page, add page, gallery, and this time I'm going to call it travel landscape. Actually, because it's really, for me, it's all my travel and landscape photos. So I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go to my landscape and travel, select all, open, And same thing here, it's important you double click and you just, give a name to every photos. And because it's going to help. Actually, a couple of weeks back, I did a great deal with Nike.com, and they just Googled some Los Angeles photos, and finally it came on to me on Google Image, and it's about the photo from me. So that's very, very important. That's the other advice that I would give you. Okay. Actually, I believe that I can add another page while this is loading, and I'm going to call this portraits. Portraits. Okay, save, and I'm going to add my portraits. So what I love about Squarespace, and the reason I picked them up, is I think the user interface is so designed. It's really clean. It's not confusing. I mean, if you've been using WordPress and you're not a geek, I mean, I'm a little bit of a geek, but WordPress is like, it's better if you're a bit of a coder, You can get around if you're not, but this is like so much more professional. I really like that. Okay, so Paris. Let's see if travel is loaded by now. Yeah, travel is loaded, so we can do it. It's loading in the background. I love that. So let's go for another gallery. No, I think I did all I wanted, all the galleries I wanted. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add a blog. So that's what I really like about this thing. You can just add a blog like this. And Serge Ramelli blog, and then I'll show you how we can fine-tune everything. And then I'm gonna add products. I want to sell fine print art, so fine prints. Okay, so and save. All right, and I'm gonna click another page. I think this one I'm gonna create just a random page, which is gonna be like an about page talking about me. All right, and then I'm going to add another page, which is like a contact page. All right, contact page. Okay, so now let's go and start looking like what the website looks like. So first, I'm going to erase our story because we created that page. So I'm going to delete that. That was in that thing. I'm going to delete the gallery and delete the blog. It's already contact. Well, I already did that. The README. Blah blah blah. Okay, so now you see there is only shop left, but that's the home page. So I'm going to take Paris. I'm going to move it from not linked to main navigation. I'm going to erase that, delete, and this Paris is now my home page. Okay, and then travel, photograph, landscape. I'm going to put it below, and portraits. All right, now and I'm just going to drag and drop to make it more personalized. So let's go into well, I can click here to view the website. So I've got Paris, travel, landscape, Serge Ramelli blog, fine prints, about page, contact page. So we still have a lot of work to do. So let's go to Paris. And on this one, I can click here on the little paintbrush, and I'm now in style mode. For example, I find that the logo is too big. Well, I can just click on the logo. And here you have a site logo width, and I can just make this a bit smaller. Like a lot smaller. Something like this. All right. Okay, let's continue. Make it, yeah, something like this. All right. Then I can click here, for example, on the menu, and I can change the font, for example. New nav accent color, I don't like that color. I can change the color to white, that little thing, or maybe blues, add some blue a little bit in it. A bit stronger blue. You can play around with the color. You can see here in real time, and just make it, I'm just gonna make it white. But what I really wanna change is the size of the fonts and the type of the fonts. So nav link font, let's go for, let's make it bigger, not 12, but something like this, maybe a little bit bigger. No, not that big, so it's got to be on one line. Okay, that's cool. And let's go for Arial. I like Arial. I can change, so you've got a lot of fonts you can use with this, a lot of fonts. Check this out. And that's really cool. Some are really fancy, like this, But, I'm going to go traditional with Arial, like that. Maybe, let's see, not bold. I don't want to make them bold. And maybe just a little tiny bit bigger, something like this. I still want it to be on one line. Okay. Letter spacing, maybe a bit, you can make the spacing between the letters a bit bigger. I kind of like that. It's cool. I like the menus to be on top like this. Okay. And on the photos gallery styles. I mean, you can really change everything there. So that's why it's like, you know, every site can become unique by then, you know. I think I'm not going to change anything on that, but you get the idea, you know. Like, let's say if I want to change the background, I can click also on show all background color, put some, you know, blue, gray color, something like this, you know. But I'm going to keep it, or black. I'm going to keep it white. I think white is kind of cool. White is kind of cool. And voila, gallery style, gallery navigation bullets. I don't like that. Thumbnails. I rather have thumbnails. Navigation, mobile style, thumbnails. Let's see what else we have. Numbers. Oh, you can have numbers. It's just when you navigate in this gallery. Circles. Yeah, I rather have thumbnails for this ones. Okay, that's just some of it, but I'll show you more. Okay, I'll show you more. Style saved. So now to go out of the style mode, you can just press escape, and you can click here, and you're back into the where you can see the gallery, and I can go back here and in the settings. So we've added the image. Let's see here on the settings if there is anything else we can do. No, that's basically you got some advanced. You can add tags, categories, but I don't want to get too complex. I want you to be able to make a full website. But okay, so now we have all our 3 galleries, and oh, sorry, Paris travel landscape, yes, and let's see at the website how the website looks like so far. So Paris. Okay, you see how this gallery is like into a thumbnail. Here it's basically in grid mode. If you want to change that, I forgot to show you that because by mistake I actually put it that way. You have to go down to gallery styles. You got the mobile style gallery styles, and here it says slideshow. This is a slideshow mode, but I rather have the grid mode. I'm sorry, I said it was grid, and that's the grid mode. That's what you have by default with that template. So this is how you go from, you know, sorry, slideshow to grid. I rather have a grid because, as I said, the grid respects the aspect ratio of all the photos, which is really cool. You see, if I click on the photo, I'm into a dark light box mode, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that being said, we have the basic layout for Paris. Now travel landscape, it's like this, and oh, portrait is not there. That's interesting. Let's go and find out why portrait is not there. So let's go to Paris. Portrait, well, because I forgot to drag and drop it in the main navigation. So I want people to go to Paris, travel landscape, and portrait. So let's check it out now. It should be online. Paris, which is the homepage, travel landscapes, portraits. Okay, and now let's go to the blog. And they also have like a sample with a subscribe button, which is really cool if you want to get the people to subscribe, which I really advise you to do. It's a good way to get in touch with your fans. So let's go on the blog. Now on the blog, if you want to add a post, let's go like this. I can write a post title, photo of Paris. Okay, and I can write here, and so I'm gonna just take some text from here, boom, and write. Okay. So I added some text. Let's say now I want to add an image. You see here, there's a little bubble here. When you click on it, you can add an image. And so let's take an image from Paris, for example. And don't forget, you can add a caption below. Voila, edit image. Save. You can add a lot of stuff. You know, I could add a video, add. Here, image gallery. I can add a gallery, a video. You know, from a YouTube. Let's take a video from one of my videos on YouTube. By the way, if you want to add, so here I'm on YouTube. If I want to add a video, I took one of my videos. You can just take the URL of the video directly, enter video, save. Right, so here is the video from YouTube. So I did a blog post, some text, a photo, and a video, and I can go to save and published, and it's going to publish the video. Let me show you a few more options on this. This is how it looks like. All right, let's go back into our settings. So here is, I'm in Serge Ramil blog, and I can double click on the article itself. And I can edit it. So you can also add tags and categories, which is kind of cool. Like, let's say I'm going to create a category called photo of Paris. Whenever I do a blog post that talk about Paris, or about a blog post that talk about tutorials, and it's a good habit for every blog post to have one or more category. I'm going to press enter, so it's tutorials, because then you can use that later on to showcast your blog post. People can filter that by category. Okay, so you can see it was posted this. So it's really straightforward. Now, if I wanted to make if you want to see how it looks like, you just click on the little A here, and that's how the article looks like. So, and if you want to do something, to make it more as you're liking, same thing. You can click on the paint here, and you can change the style, the navigation, the header, the blog, enable blog sidebar. So this is in the sidebar, you have the subscribe and the sign up and the categories. Okay, this is what I talked to you about before. If you have a lot of categories, it can be cool. Hide author. I would suggest you to leave in the sidebar this. I think it's important because being able to sign up to your newsletter is really, really, really important. I'll show you later on how to eventually make this. Well, you can click here on this, and you can change also, the font and everything as usual. So when you're happy of the look of your blog, you can just click on OK and save. And let's make just another blog post just for the fun. So let's press escape to go back. Let's here on the little cogwheel, and let's make a new blog post. So add post. I'm gonna call this a photo of Los Angeles. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some text here. So take some text from here. It's fake test. Sorry, here. All right, and then let's add a photo. So image. Let's take the image from travel, and let's take one from Los Angeles. I have a nice one. This one. That's Los Angeles. All right. I can click the option, like clicking on the image will enlarge the image into a light box. I think that's a good idea for people. Okay, let's save it into the blog post, and I can keep on writing some other things like this. And let's make another category, add a category. I'm going to call this Los Angeles. All right, Los Angeles. Okay, enter, save and published. Okay, so now I got two blog posts. So view blog, I can click on view blog to see how it looks like. Photo of Los Angeles. Oh, I don't like how that is. So I don't like how it stretched this. Let's see how I prefer. So if you want to change that, you just go back here and click on photo of Los Angeles, and let's click on the photo itself, and I'm gonna make it stretch image to span the container. I'm gonna make it on stretch, and then see if that does any better. So view blog, and now it did, and now it's stretched to the article. Okay, so and category, the collection, this blog was previously pointed has been removed. Please select another. Okay, so categories, and voila. So now about this side, which you can see here, we click here, and this is where you have the options to enable blog sidebar or not. Now, on the side of the blog, as you can see, there is like a little about us, subscribe, categories. If you want to edit that, well, it's pretty simple. You have to, I'm viewing the blog right now, and I can click here on the pen, and you can see, now this does not work on all the templates, but it works on this one. So for example, here there is this thing here, which I don't know what it is. It doesn't work, so I can just click and stop dragging it, like this. Oh, sorry, I'm dragging this and I can just drag it. A trash will appear and I can just take it away. Okay, categories, I'm gonna leave it for now, and subscribe is good, but let's say a little about us. Let's say that I want this to be above subscribe, so I can click on subscribe and drag and drop this and change the order and put it on top. Okay, and then a little about us under it. And so basically this is how you edit what's on the right side of your website. It works on that page, but if I'm on the, stay on this page, I have to save this. Okay, and now if I go out of the edit mode and I'm going to Paris, you see it doesn't work on the galleries, but it works on the blogs. So you have this on the side. So all you have to do is click here on edit and decide what you want or what you don't want to be. I'll show you also how to set up the subscription where, so you understand where the mail goes to when people subscribe to your blog. So that's basically how you set up a blog. It's very simple. I really like how simple. Okay, so now let's go to a bit of a more complex one. Let's do the fine prints. Let's sell some photos. So I'm gonna go back here. Okay, I'm gonna go into the fine prints, which is here, and it says add item. So I just click here. So you have the chance between physical, digital, and service. So let's say, well, let's try all three of them. So physical. Okay, physical, I'm gonna sell a fine print. So I'm gonna take a photo and, well, let's take this photo. Okay, so this is the photo I want to sell in fine prints. Now you've got some websites with like SmugMug and everything where they do all the printing for you, but I know a lot of photographers, they like to really, sell the fine prints on a specific size, and they like to do their own prints and ship it to the person. So let's call this one fine art print the horse. Okay, it's better if I put a little F there. Okay, so I can put a little description. So same thing, I'm going to take some fake text that I'm going to put as a description of the horse. But this is where I would give the size, for example. Like, for example, most of my print is 105 centimeter large by 70 centimeter high, for example. I think it's something that's the size I've been using a lot. Okay, so you can just describe what your fine art print, and so let's edit the price. So let's say I'm gonna sell this for pricing. So let's go. You must define at least one option. Okay, so the price, let's go for $200. Okay. Okay, price, sales price, $200 on sale. All right. So that's just in case, like, let's say I want to make a promotion. Like I want to say it is $300. Okay, let's, the regular price is $300, for example, but I'm making a price at 200. So it goes like 300, with a bar, and then $200. Okay, why not? Okay, the weight, let's say that it's 1 pound, for example. It's more like 3 pounds actually. And dimensions, let's put some more dimensions. So, it's an inch, length, width, inch. So it's gonna be like, well, let's put it again, 125, or I have no idea what it is in inch. So I'm just gonna put it if it's in centimeter. But you get the concept, it's completely like fake figures. Okay, so that's okay. So that's one, and I could put a different size with a different price. Okay, what am I missing here? Oh, that's the individual number for the accounting. I'm gonna leave it that way. And option name. So now I'm gonna make a small option. So there is like there's a small option. Okay, price, small. What is that? Actually, that's not it. 200. Okay. No, I think I making a mistake here. Okay, this is no, that's that's the options. It's not supposed to be small, it's supposed to be side. So I'm gonna call this size. Okay, I'm sorry, size. I've not used that option very much. Okay, size. So this one I'm gonna make it more expensive. This one is gonna be like the regular price is 1,000, but it's gonna be 900, for example. Okay, enter. and this one is gonna be like 10 pounds, and the size is gonna be, you know, blah blah blah. Okay, it's completely fake, and this third line I want to take out, confirm. Okay, so I got two sizes basically. I got two sizes of fine print, okay? With two different price. One is $200, one is $900. Additional info, you can add some additional info like all my fine prints are done with blah blah blah, you know, workflow, collect information, if you need a form. Well, people, when they're going to check out, they're going to give you the address. But let's say you wanted something else, like you wanted to create a form so that people would tell you if they want to have like a frame version or not frame version, or like a different look, or like brown frame or red frame. But I would create that in pricing and variants. This is where you can really get fancy. Let's make it simple for now. Option. So we have a thumbnail. Use custom add button label. Okay, why not? Featured products, and you can put it in featured products. This way I can put it on the side of my website. Okay, save and publish. So that's my first item to be sold. Let's make another product to be sold. So you have I only have one product limit because this is a trial version. But let's see how it works now. So let's go to view products to see how people are going to watch it. So it's on sale. People can click on it, and from $200 on. So select size. Select size. Oh, I made a little mistake here on the size. So let me change that. Let me edit this product. Manage product. I did a mistake somewhere on the price. Settings. No, it's here. It's on the item itself. Okay, pricing and variant. So blah blah blah. Pricing, stock, size 200. Oh, I'm sorry. So let's size. This should be small, and this should be large. That's the mistake that I did. So all right. So we have an identifier. We have a price. We have a quantity of stock. So let's add 10 in stock of each, for example. Okay, and I'm not making them unlimited because our fine prints, each one is signed, and small and large. Okay, let's click on save, and now let's see how it looks like. View products. Okay, sale. Okay, select size, small. Now it's $200, or large, $900. Add to cart, and boom, here it is. Okay, and I can now check out, shopping cart, check out. And you know, the person puts in the address, continue, and blah blah blah. Well, payment's not connected, so we would have to set that up. So let's go back. Let's go back here and set up see how we can set up the payments. Payments is going to be in the dollar. Welcome to Commerce. Get started with Commerce. So this is where you actually would start. Create a shipping option. Now that's interesting. So shipping option, I'm just trying to make it very easy. So shipping options, let's see what options we have. If you have physical goods, create shipping options for your customers. So shipping. Okay, shipping methods. Blah, blah, blah. You've not created any shipping methods. Add a shipping method. So let's do a flight rate. I'm going to do a flight rate, and it's going to be like option name. It's going to be fine art print. Okay. Per order fee, let's say $20, and per additional items $20. So if somebody takes 2 photos, boom. Okay, so we have use stories prepared to sell to customers in the United States. All right, inventory, where we have this, which only have 10 in stock. Orders, where we didn't get any orders yet. Tax, where you can add your country tax. Accounting, where you can connect this to apparently different softwares for accounting, which is cool. Store setting, your store is not live, connect to Stripe to accept payments. So that's one thing, is they use a system called Stripe to accept the payment. Now I'm not going to do it because this is a trial, but they don't use PayPal. That's one of the downside, because I love PayPal. I think it's really cool, but you just click on connect Stripe. I don't think that's going to work because I need to create an account in, and I'm not going to do that. But you get the idea. That's how you would go about it. Okay. Oh, I just got logged out of that. So yeah, you have to go there and you have to. So what else is there to connect to Stripe account and flip the switch to go live. Okay, now these two last steps I cannot do, but it's really easy. You just connect to your Stripe account and then you flip the switch to go live, which you cannot do now because on store settings I need to connect first. You can choose your currency, measure, blah blah blah, next order, express checkout, which if express checkout is enabled, customer will see purchase button instead of add to cart. That's pretty cool because I mean, usually when you sell fine art print, I would put this option. People are not gonna back 5 photos from this; it's gonna be like 1, So that's kind of cool. Oh, newsletter. Now, if you have an advisor, if you have like a MailChimp account, you can just click here to connect so that whenever people fill in the newsletter that you've seen on the side of the blog, it's gonna fill in your MailChimp. Okay. So, and email settings. So I'm gonna save this. Email settings. Customer email support, so you can put in your email where you want customers to, to be, when somebody says something, it's going to write to that email, and voila. And this is the order confirm message, so you can, make it, thank you for your order, blah, blah, blah. And so you can, tailor made for you. And it's pretty, it's pretty intense. You can really sell a lot of things. I've seen, photographers selling fine art prints, selling screensavers, or selling books. You can do all that with these options. All you have to do is go there and you just can, go to your page, to your product page, which is here is the fine art prints, and just add products. Right now on the free trial, I can only add 1 product, but it's still pretty cool. So, there is more to be learned on that, but I think that should get you started if you buy the full. You will see it's very, very easy to sell things on Squarespace. Okay, now let's go to the about page, which is like a more classic page. So I'm gonna put some text about myself, blah blah blah. This is who I am. So it's fake test here. All right, and now I want to put a photo of me, so I can click here and add an image. So I'm gonna take my portrait, which is here, save, open, and save. Okay. I can make this a little bit smaller. All right. It's just to make the photo smaller. There is the best way is to put it with the text. So you drag and drop the photo until you see when it's a black line, it means it's gonna be between the text, like above or below the text. But if you drag and drop it over the text itself, it becomes a smaller square, and then I can play around. I can make it smaller like this. I can make it smaller like this, and with the text, which is cool, I can say this is my name, Serge Ramelli. All right, this is a caption. If I want to change how the caption is going to look like, caption is below, caption is overlay, it's on the photo. I'll leave it a caption below. Save. So it's pretty straightforward, and like this is just a classic page. If you want to add any items to it, what you can do is basically I'm just gonna save that. All right. You find this little menu here. You click, and I can add anything: a video, embedded audio, text. So I could add some more text, for example. Here. Let's make this smaller. The text is here. So let's take some other text which is here, and you can. It's pretty easy to use. On the text itself, I can of course do things. But let's say that I'm talking about my YouTube channel in my text, and I want to link to it with these words. Well, I can just take, for example, this word here and click on the link, and then put in my YouTube channel, for example, which is www.youtube.com/CMOU. Okay, and so now we've got a working link here. I can make, of course, the text bigger, you know, like normal, or let's see, what do we have here? That's a different size of the text. Paste the plain text. No, that's not what I want to do. You know, this is like the HTML type of text, you know, so it's just a regular editor that you have. All right, so now let's see, view page. Oh, stay on this page. I have to save first. View page. And now the about page is ready, and here is my link to my YouTube channel. Oh, I made a mistake on the name, but whatever. You get the idea. So it's very easy to make links. Let's go back. Let's go back to where we were on the Squarespace. And here is the link, by the way, to the Facebook we created. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's my about page. Now, oh, by the way, this title is not the way I want it. So I'm gonna go back. I want it to be on one line. So I'm gonna go back here to this. And I'm gonna go back here to the stylize mode. Click here on this. Blah, blah, blah. The font. Okay, let me go on show all, navigation. Yeah, that's it, navigation. And the font, I think there it's 13. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. Yeah, 11 pixel. I just wanted everything there to be there. Saved. Okay. And you can also, you know, I can also make this smaller or bigger. I can make this closer to here, you know, by selecting this part. So you can actually drag and drop and make it how you want it. Okay, let me save this. That's a bit better. So we did Paris. Let's see here. We did Paris. We did travel and landscape page. We did portraits. Serge Remedy blog. So we did a blog with a subscribe here. Okay, and I showed you how you can link this to Mailchimp, which is cool, and how you can edit this. For example, if I don't want a little bit about us, I can leave it, or categories, I can leave it. Find and print, we only have one fine print that we can sell. So, and then we did the about page with a little photo. And now let's do the contact page. So let's do the contact page. Let's go back into that. Contact page. Okay, and so let's add, on this one, I'm gonna add a form, all right? And I'm gonna call this contact. Okay, and by default, they give you email, name, email, subject, message, which I think is cool. So just saved. And here is our contact page. That was pretty, I mean, you can add some more text, you can add photos, you can add things, but there's many things to be more. But look at this, in about an hour, we've got 3 galleries, we got a blog, we got a little shop, and about page and contact page. And honestly, with WordPress, the first time I did it, it took me literally a week to get to that point. And I did this to you, you know, in 1 hour, and I'm not a Squarespace expert. So this is really why I picked them up as a partner, because I really like that technology. I think, you know, we are photographers, we're not webmasters. And so it's kind of cool to be able to use that technology and get a website out there, which are very professional in no time. Don't forget to use the code PhotoSurge when you buy and get 10% off. And voila, so I hope you like this tutorial, and I will see you in another. All right, guys, I hope you like this video, and I hope you do check out the complete package. It's really the best bang for your bucks that you can get. It's really all I've ever done. Is years and years of hard work and training, but I love sharing. And I will see you in another episode. Mesdames et messieurs, au revoir.